It's like proof positive that dreams can come true.
TV's biggest night is back.
I believe it is.
You did it! In the next half hour, we talk to first-time Emmy nominees and small screen favorites about their binge-worthy performances.
Oh, you wanted a gold star just for showing up?
This ticked every box.
Plus, everything you need going into the big show, including how a play got nominated for 12 trophies.
I'm happy that I'm in the room where it has happened.
And how our favorite friends could finally win together.
Is this blowing anyone else's mind?
Plus, iconic moments from the vault with this year's nominees.
Na 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 na.
ET Live's countdown to the Emmys starts right now. Here we go again. For the second year in a row, the Emmys will happen amid the pandemic. Unlike last year, though, we won't see awards hand-delivered by crews in hazmat suits. But we will see a scaled-down version of the celebration hosted by Cedric the Entertainer.
It's actually about to go down.
It's all happening outdoors near the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles. Attendance is limited.
But I'm still just excited about the fact that, celebrities will be in there and people get to come and it will be a vibe.
A vibe indeed, because it was an undeniably great year for TV.
Yes.
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 Let's start with the most nominated series, where streaming giants lead the pack. The fourth season of Netflix's royal drama The Crown earned a whopping 24 nods, tied with the Disney Plus hit The Mandalorian.
Don't be afraid.
Both are heavy hitters in the drama categories. The Marvel series Wanda Vision is up for 23 awards, including Outstanding Limited Series.
Oh, this is gonna be a gas.
That category is stacked with critically acclaimed shows like Mayor of Easttown, I May Destroy You, The Underground Railroad, and The Queen's Gambit. Wanda became a smash hit, something the cast didn't even expect.
We thought we were making this sort of kooky niche show, so we didn't have any real, expectations or pressure.
There's not a lot of opportunities like this show out in the world. So as an actor, it was so wild and fun to really lean into all of these different decades through American sitcoms.
Next up, it's not a sitcom, but Ted Lasso continues to serve up lots of laughs as the feel-good hit of the season.
I believe in communism. Rom-communism, that is. If Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan can go through some heartfelt struggles and still end up happy, then so can we.
Jason Sudeikis plays the unlikely coach of an English soccer club, earning him his very first Emmy nod. The show, recognized 20 times overall, including in the Outstanding Comedy category, next to Blackish, Cobra Kai, Emily in Paris, Hacks, Pen 15, The Flight Attendant, and The Kominsky Method. Ted broke a record once set by Glee for the most Emmy nominations for a comedy show in its first season.
That's just where it was always headed.
Also up for honors, the TV events that shaped pop culture.
Were you silent or were you silenced?
Oprah's explosive interview with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle already lost in the Outstanding Hosted Nonfiction special to Stanley Tucci, but the impact remains. Among the shocking moments, Meghan recounted feeling suicidal, and there were allegations of racism that have created lasting tensions within the royal family.
My biggest concern was history repeating itself.
One expert told ET at the time that royal reporters believe Oprah had been planning the interview since the day she met Meghan.
Clearly, a sit-down with the Sussexes was always going to be a big property to get, and this has been one of the most publicised, eagerly awaited of all royal interviews.
Britney is also on the ballot. The New York Times documentary Framing Britney Spears, which sparked a wider examination into the pop icon's long-standing conservatorship, lost in its two categories, including Outstanding Doc.
She accepted that the conservatorship was going to happen, but she didn't want her father to be conservator. That was her one request.
Given Britney's ongoing legal battles, director Samantha Stark told ET that she had mixed feelings about being recognized.
Britney is right in the middle of this court battle. What the recognition means is that a lot of people really want to know the truth of Britney's story.
Another one to keep an eye on, Bo Burnham's comedy musical Inside. The comedian racked up 6 nods for the Netflix special and has already won 3.
CEO entrepreneur, born in 1964,
The satire even spawning a TikTok trend that took off after Amazon founder Jeffrey Bezos flew to space.
You did it!
Speaking of specials, there's also the one where they get back together.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cast of Friends.
We're talking about our favorite Friends. The HBO Max Reunion has 4 nods and has a chance to win in the Outstanding Variety Special category after being delayed a year.
There's a lot of things that were planned before COVID happened, and I was so surprised in filming this how great it still was with all of the stipulations.
Yeah.
Just how you know, Ben Winston was able to pull this off and bring, and he's our producer, but
Yeah, and Ben Winston
wow.
should get an award for everything.
Yeah.
Someone else who may get an award, Courtney Cox.
I'm really excited.
Cox was the only friend snubbed by the Emmys during the show's original run. Courtney's role as a producer means she's up for her first primetime Emmy ever.
I know!
Jennifer Aniston and Lisa Kudrow were the only friends who ever won an Emmy for their work on the series. This time around, they could all win together because all of the original cast members are executive producers on the reunion special. Let's move on to the drama categories. They're full of first-time nominees we won't see back in their nominated roles, starting with the man who even had Kim Kardashian clutching her pearls.
You deserve nothing less.
Ah, the Duke of Hastings, the object of everyone's affection, but will star Regé-Jean Page win the affection of Emmy voters. The star is nominated for the lead actor in a drama prize and only has one shot to do it for Bridgerton.
Who knows? Could well be.
The first-time Emmy nominee, of course, will not be returning for season 2 of the Netflix hit, much to the disappointment of fans, including Kim Kardashian.
You need to tell me you're actually sorry to see me go.
Oh, big time. Kim, clearly still not over Reggae's exit, shared this Instagram story in May. I might start crying thinking about how the Duke isn't coming back, just when I thought I was over it.
Yeah, I feel like a loser.
My business is concluded.
Other Emmys first-timers, Emma Corrin and Josh O'Connor. Already a Golden Globe to their names, both are nominated for their work on The Crown.
And any kind of acknowledgement feels like a real boost to yourself and the hard work that you put in. The recognition of that is so special.
Sadly, we won't see Josh and Emma reprise their role as Prince Charles and Princess Diana. Dominic West will step in as the next Charles, and Elizabeth Debicki will portray Diana for the show's 5th and 6th season. But Emma says she's ready to pass down Diana's crown.
I feel like I took her on such a journey, playing her from 16 to 28, and actually by the time we finished filming, I felt completely ready. It was time for me to move on.
The category is Making Emmys History. Post scored 3 Emmy nominations for its 3rd and final season, including a lead actress in a drama nod for star MJ Rodriguez.
You are making history right now. Has that thought sunk into your head yet?
No, it hasn't really sunk in yet.
Her first ever Emmy nomination marks the first time a trans performer has been nominated for TV's biggest honor in a lead acting category.
I'm still taking it in. I'm happy, but I'm trying to enjoy the ride as much as I can.
Is this about your legacy?
No, it's about our legacy.
And while this may be the last time we see MJ as Blanca, she says her character got the ending they both deserve.
To see Blanca get hers, it made me feel like I'm getting mine too, and just to constantly keep doing it. She's inspiring me, and I'm just thankful that I have Blanca in my life, honestly.
Meanwhile, MJ's co-star Billy Porter scored his 3rd and last lead actor nomination as MC Pray Tell. He won the Emmy back in 2019.
I'm so grateful to have lived long enough to see the day where a queer Black man can stand up in front of the world and say, I'm here. I'm not going nowhere. So get used to it.
Just because they don't want you here doesn't mean you're not supposed to be.
Lovecraft Country is exactly where it should be, nominated at the Emmys. The show is up for 18 nominations, even though it won't be back for a 2nd season.
We're surrounded by monsters.
The HBO series is up for some of the night's top prizes like Outstanding Drama Series and scored lead acting nods for breakout stars Jonathan Majors and Journey Smollett.
I know, it's so cool, right?
All that Emmys love might be a pleasant surprise for a show that was canceled, but the impact of Lovecraft Country, which premiered at the height of the racial reckoning last summer, is also not lost on the cast.
It goes back to what Nina Simone says when she talks about the duty of the artist is to reflect the times. It is very timely. It's personal, these stories we're telling. But my hope is that the conversations just continue and that Lovecraft Country is just a part of the conversation that we're already having.
We gotta face this new world. Instinct, I'm claiming it.
And here's another handful of performers who aren't one and done. O.T. Fagbenle, Max Minghella, and Madeline Brewer all nabbed their first ever Emmy nominations for their supporting roles in The Handmaid's Tale. They've all been on the series from the start, which has been nominated in the Outstanding Drama category every year since its premiere in 2017. It's racked up a total of 75 nominations over 4 seasons, including 21 this year. And Hulu previously confirmed a 5th season, which will likely be released in 2022.
You know, Mare she's like a lot of people I know. You know, most mothers I know get up in the morning, they brush their teeth, and they do not look in the mirror again until they brush their teeth at night. And that's who Mare is. She has no time for herself. I still haven't been able to leave her behind, quite honestly. This woman properly infiltrated my soul because of the crisis that she's in. I really had to create the trauma to be able to play that. And that part for me was the hardest of all.
Ooh, but she's so good in it. That's Kate Winslet explaining how the title character in Mayor of Easttown still haunts her. The show was nominated 16 times at the Emmys this year and will contend with other fan favorites in the limited or anthology series category. And I mean, the competition here is fierce. We already talked about Wanda Vision. It managed to rack up 23 total nominations, the second highest for any series this season. A whopping 6.5 million Americans tuned in the week it premiered on Disney+, according to Nielsen. And it already scored Marvel Studios its first ever Emmy wins at the Creative Arts Emmys last week, picking up 3 trophies. Also nominated, The Queen's Gambit, which was a near instant star maker for Anya Taylor-Joy. She's already won a Golden Globe for her work on the show. I May Destroy You, created by It star Michaela Cole, which is also already an Emmy winner in the technical categories. And the fictional miniseries The Underground Railroad, which follows people attempting to escape slavery in the Deep South on an actual train. It's directed by Barry Jenkins, who won an Oscar for Moonlight just a few years ago. Brad Pitt is also nominated as an executive producer.
I know how lucky I am. I know how fortunate I am, and I've never been pigeonholed, I've never been typecast. I've gotten to play so many different kinds of parts, and for that I am eternally grateful to this business. And I love this business. I do.
That's Jean Smart in 2008, the last time she won an Emmy. She got the trophy for her supporting role in Samantha Who with Christina Applegate. This year, Jean is nominated in not 1, but 2 categories. And despite decades in the business and 11 total Emmy nominations over her career, she's finally up for her first lead actress trophy.
Make some noise for the OG female comedian, Deborah Vance.
Make some noise for Jean Smart. In addition to her nod for playing a very Joan Rivers-like Las Vegas comedian in the HBO Max dramedy, the 69-year-old is also recognized in the limited or anthology series or movie category for her role as Helen in Mayor of Easttown. And get this, if she wins both, she and Betty White would become the only 2 performers to complete an Emmy trifecta, winning in the comedy lead, supporting, and guest categories, all for different shows. Also in the lead actress category, Kaylee Cuoco.
Kaylee Cuoco.
The 35-year-old actress has reached a career milestone, her first Emmy nomination.
It makes me so happy.
She's up for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series for her performance in HBO Max's The Flight Attendant, which earned a total of 9 nods.
Damn it, whatever Megan said to the FBI is way more than she admitted to me, and she likes to talk. Plus, I basically lied to them, so.
She's also competing with A.D. Bryant, Allison Janney, and Tracy Ellis Ross. It's an especially sweet achievement because Kaylee is also an executive producer on the show.
So I didn't even have a production company until I got the book of Flight Attendant, and I was like, okay, this is the time. We're gonna make our own projects. We're gonna give a light to voices that need to be heard.
Kenan Thompson also has a big year as a double nominee.
It's about that time, ain't it?
The 43-year-old is recognized for the first time in the lead actor in a comedy series category for Kenan. He's up against his former SNL co-star Jason Sudeikis, Anthony Anderson, Michael Douglas, and William H. Macy. With 18 seasons under his belt, holding the title as the show's longest tenured cast member, Kenan also locked in a nod for supporting actor in a comedy series for Saturday Night Live.
This is the night, such a beautiful night.
He's competing against 7 others, including Ted Lasso's Brett Goldstein, Brendan Hunt, Jeremy Swift, and Nick Mohammed, along with Paul Reiser, Carl Clemens Hopkins, and SNL co-star Bowen Yang. But it's nothing but love between these two. In fact, Bowen has been using his social media to lobby votes for Kenan. Bowen is already a winner, though, because not only is he the first SNL featured player to receive an Emmy nomination, he's also the first Chinese American to receive a nod in the supporting actor in a comedy series category.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Well, it's certainly amazing to be Jason Sudeikis. The 45-year-old has already racked up a number of awards, including a Golden Globe for his role as Ted Lasso in the Apple TV Plus comedy. But despite a decade with SNL, this is his first year being nominated at the Emmys, and he's coming in with a bang. In addition to his lead actor recognition, Jason's feel-good show scored a record-setting number of Emmy nods, 20, in writing, directing, casting, sound editing and mixing, production design, and main title design. And fun fact, Jason's ex, Olivia Wilde, is the one who helped propel this series to success.
We did the commercials in 2013. That's where the character, originated from, doing these spots for NBC Sports, showing the Premier League here in the States. And we kind of unlocked this element of the character that was his, optimism and enthusiasm and kind of like this homespun wisdom. Yeah, Liv, literally yesterday was like, you remember that all going down? And I totally forgot that she was like, you should turn this into a show.
Talk about a success story. One other performer to keep an eye on too, Rosie Perez, who wowed audiences in The Flight Attendant. Her nomination this year makes her just the 3rd Latina actress ever to be recognized in the supporting comedy actress category. And believe it or not, despite decades in the business, this is Rosie's first acting nomination at the Emmys. Let's switch gears to another Latinx trailblazer, Lin Manuel Miranda. Some fans were confused when Hamilton, the play that made him a household name 5 years ago, received not 1, not 2, but 12 total Emmy nominations this year. It's not a TV show, but it still made the cut, and here's how.
Alexander Hamilton. My name is Alexander Hamilton. And there's a million things I haven't done. But just you wait, just you wait.
That's right, because Hamilton is making history again. The filmed version of the Broadway phenomenon debuted on Disney Plus in July 2020, making it eligible for a spot in the pre-recorded variety special category at the Emmys.
We are this giant love letter to live theater and what it feels like to be in a room with a bunch of strangers sharing a musical. I'm really grateful that we're able to provide that in a big way.
Let's raise a couple more.
And the news gets better for the Hamilton cast. Since the play meets the Academy's 75-minute threshold for a TV movie, the actors, many of whom have already been honored for their work on stage, are now eligible for their portrayals airing on the small screen as well. Anthony Ramos, Daveed Diggs, Jonathan Groff, Philippa Sue, and Renee Elise Goldsberry all received nods in the supporting acting categories for limited series or TV movie.
I don't know who I'm more excited about, me or her. I think one of the beauties of the show coming out on Disney Plus was the opportunity to be close enough to that beautiful face that she has and see the level of intricate work that I got to see close up every single day.
An Emmy win for Renee would take her 3/4 of the way to an EGOT.
Let me tell you something. The guitar of the EGOT is such a shock to me. Every morning I wake up and I look at myself in the mirror. I just can't believe I made it this far. I don't know that I'm on the EGOT race. I know that I am in company with many friends who I am convinced will have one in 5 minutes.
Renee's castmates Daveed Diggs and Leslie Odom Jr. are also inching their way towards EGOT status, as is the show's maestro Lin Manuel Miranda, who is already an Emmy winner, nominated again this year against Leslie in the lead actor in a limited series or TV movie category, and only an Oscar away from his EGOT.
See you on the other side of the war. I'll see you on the other side of the war.
Another Oscar-winning songwriter is now just one Tony away from her EGOT too. Kristen Anderson Lopez, who wrote the music for Frozen, among other things, won her first Emmy as the Creative Arts Awards were handed out last week. She won with her songwriting partner and husband Robert Lopez for their song Agatha All Along from Wanda Vision. He earned his EGOT status in 2014 and is just one of 16 people on that elite list. E.T. has been covering the Emmys since the 80s, yep, about 40 years, and there are a few friends we've met through the years who are back on the ballot.
I really thought it could be this good.
Oprah Winfrey was back on the Emmy ballot this year, this time for the groundbreaking Oprah with Meghan and Harry special, which earned the media mogul her 8th Primetime Emmy nomination.
I have worked for this, let me tell you.
In 1987, the TV personality snagged her first Daytime Emmy Award for The Oprah Winfrey Show.
People believe that what I, stand for, what the show stands for, is for goodness and light.
After many wins later in both daytime and primetime, Oprah revealed to E.T. it was most special receiving the Bob Hope Humanitarian Award from the TV Academy in 2002.
I think I'm probably more at ease and already happier than anybody, because I think to be honored for being a good human being, it really doesn't get any better than that.
Two stars who are also not strangers to the Emmys are Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt. This year, the exes are both nominated as executive producers. Brad for the limited series The Underground Railroad, and Jen for Friends, the Reunion special. Flashback to 2000, the then married couple attended the award show together. And at the time, Brad even rocked a special necklace with her name on it.
I like the necklace.
Thank you very much. Yes. Also designed by Michael Sandler.
Jump to 2002, Jen took home her first individual Emmy for Best Actress in a Comedy Series for Friends, with Brad right by her side.
What did Brad say to you after you won? We were both just going, oh my God, it's surreal. It's surreal. He said he was nervous for me.
Another 2021 nominee who also brought home her first Emmy in the early 2000s, Allison Janney. Back in 2000, E.T. was backstage with the actress after she snagged her first trophy for her supporting role in the hit drama series The West Wing.
I am most happy that I won this for everybody else in my family, my friends, because those are the people that, I was all set to know. I felt like I'd already won coming here.
Right.
And they, of course, they're your family, and they all want you to win the thing. And now it's like I've made so many people happy that I'm so happy that I made other people happy.
Flash forward to this year, and Allison earned herself a nom for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series for Mom, which aired its final episode back in May.
What are we hugging about?
Your wedding and how happy we are for you and nothing else.
I had a feeling.
That does it for ET Live's Countdown to the Emmys. Make sure to come back here as soon as the Emmys are over for our after show, where we'll break down all the best moments with reactions from the winners. Bye-bye.